Hello everybody, this is the Mothership here, and today I'm going to be talking to you a bit about the new update from Realm of the Mad God called 27.7.x6. Okay, so the first thing you should know about this update is it's the content update. This is the big new stuff. There's 3 new dungeons, a bunch of new UT items, really cool stuff that you can get from these dungeons. 7 items actually. A new character skin, new consumables, new portal skins for the shatters. There's a new portal skin. I'm going to do a little overview of everything, and as well I'll also include some important links down below that you might want to check out. Some Realm My Wiki links for the new dungeons, so to see what's going on there, but I'll cover each one a little bit. So the first things you should know in general is that there are 3 new dungeons: the Toxic Sewers, the Hive, and the Puppet Master's Encore. These are sort of in order dungeons. One of them is a mid-tier dungeon that you can find in the mid-planes. That would be the Hive. You kill a little bee, it drops a hive. It's pretty cool. There's some like quicksand type stuff. There's deck spots in there. And it has a new UT orb and a UT scepter. So the Toxic Sewers, on the other hand, is sort of like an Abyss of Demons equal. The Abyss no longer drops defense potions as a guaranteed drop. It still does, but not as a guaranteed drop. The Toxic Sewers does drop defense potions as a guaranteed drop, so at least one person will be getting a defense potion. And as well, it's sort of just a difficult-ish dungeon. Instead of lava, it's got sewage, which makes you sick while you're in it, which I think is pretty cool, because that means you have to like back into a corner, but then you're cornered so the enemies can hit you, but if you're in the things, you can't heal at all. So you kind of have to learn to play that dungeon and figure it out. If you got an 8-8 though, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. In the Hive, if you're level 20, you can do it. Now the Puppet Master's Encore is sort of more of a difficult dungeon. It's in the place of the Shaitan right now. Craig drops the Puppet Master's Encore. He will be dropping the Shaitan as well in the future, but for now he's just dropping the Puppet Master's Encore. And this is just kind of it's relative to the Shaitan, it's a difficult dungeon. So far I haven't gotten a drop as of the time I'm recording this audio. Maybe I will get one and it'll be in the video, but it drops some cool new UTs as well. I'm going to cover the UTs of the Toxic Sewers and the Puppet Master's Encore in a second, just bear with me. So the Stone Guardians as well, I'm kind of running down this list of stuff that's been changed. The Stone Guardians drop defense potions more often now, which I think is cool, because before they just occasionally dropped a stone sword and very rarely a defense potion. I almost never got one. And Janus now drops mainly attack potions, but he can also drop Vit and Death, which I think is nice. You can get some potions while you're clearing it. If you don't know, you have to clear all of the little armor statues around Oryx's castle, to get Janus. Now he also drops better tiered gear in general and a new UT shield. I'll talk a little bit about this shield. Really cool in my opinion. It's got 2 shots, so not the usual 5 shots I believe it is. It's got 2 shots. It stuns for 4 seconds and it gives you some buffs and stuff. Goes through armor of enemies, obstacles as usual. But I just think it's a kind of cool idea, and I think the sprite is pretty awesome as well. It's got 3.5 range, and it does 400 to 600 damage per shot, for a total of 800 to 1200 with those 2 shots. So that's sort of the new Janus thing. He's got the chest and everything. But once you go past Janus, there's Craig. Like I said, he drops the Puppet Master's Encore, which I think is pretty cool. Now, the new dungeons, the Toxic Sewers and the Puppet Master's Encore, each have their own 2 UTs. Now, these UTs are focused around the leather classes, probably because the leather classes are a pretty good choice in these dungeons. Things like the Archer are very good for the Slime Dungeon, as well as the Puppet Master's Encore. So, the Toxic Sewers, which is this little like sewer hole drop from the sludges, can drop a new UT katana called the Void Katana, which is actually pretty cool. It shoots out a stationary shot which does 600 to 700 damage. There's also a quicker damaging poison called the Murky Toxin, and I think that's just an awesome idea that they had. It does as much damage as the Bane Serpent but quicker and a little smaller range, so I think that's pretty neat way to sort of do an opposite version of the Plague, kind of like they did with the Shaitan Skull, the Cracked Crystal Skull, and the Default Skull. So there's sort of that range of like small range Murky that does a lot of damage, and then the Plague, which does less damage but a broad range, and the Bane Serpent in the middle, so you can pick which one you want to use. So the Katana and the UT Poison drop from the Toxic Sewers, and the Puppet Master's Encore drops the new UT crossbow, which some of you might have known about this in the past. It's called the 1000-shot bow. It's essentially a coral bow with one shot, so it shoots very, very quickly. It looks like a crossbow, which I think is awesome. There's only 2 crossbows in the game before this came along, but it's really cool. It's a great alternative to the coral bow if you can aim it well. And there's also a UT prism from the new Puppet Masters ENCORE, and that's pretty cool. You should check that out as well. Hopefully you are getting these drops. It's another specialized prism. Awesome stuff. I'll let you look into this a little more in the links below as well. I don't want to go too long on the dungeon specifics. They've just got some cool enemies and stuff. You can also get the Jaco pet skin, or the Jacko, however you want to pronounce it, pet skin from the Puppet Masters ENCORE, and the Slurp Knight skin from the Toxic Sewers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Some skins added in and stuff. This really is quite the content update. I am enjoying this quite a bit. All this sort of new things to the game and things that we can do, new ways to enjoy it, because I know longtime players can kind of get bored of grinding the same dungeons. So I just think it's really cool that they added these mid-level, the Hive, high-level Toxic Sewers, and end-game sort of Puppet Masters ENCORE dungeons. Now as well, 2 cool sort of quality of life changes. Well, I guess the second one's just a good change, but the first one is they increased the number of realms per server to 3 as a bonus, and as well, the Alchemist has been reintroduced. So pull out those vault chests of tarot cards. Yes, I do have more than 3 vault chests filled entirely with tarot cards. I will be breaking those out because I am hyped for this new Alchemist stuff, and I can't wait to see the loot that drops from it. You can buy some of the new keys, you can do the mystery boxes, you can try and get that Slurp Knight skin. So good luck everybody, have fun, enjoy the new update. Let me know if you have any questions below, check out some of the links, and as well don't forget to check out some of the new videos we've made in the outro. Thanks, questions, comments, suggestions, criticism are always welcome. I'll see you guys in the next one.